So here we are in a fantastic hotel room in San Francisco, and I'm happy that I got all of this footage edited together for you to see. Um, it kind of gives you an inside look a little bit into some of the things that we talked about at our Voice Academy, which a lot of it was about storytelling, but then also to how do you present your story and how do you present yourself to a room full of people. And I work as a technology coach, so I'm in front of people talking all the time. But talking about where to click and what to do with pedagogy is very different than telling a story. And the art of storytelling is something that I don't think we think about enough. And not only that, but the stories that we tell to each other, like during happy hour on the weekends, are so compelling. And how do we bring that same type of vibe to a keynote stage and make sure that we don't sound preachy, and make sure that people walk away, and if you were to ask them, like, what did you learn from her keynote, they could say XYZ, instead of just being like, oh, like, that was a cool meme. And I feel like that's really important because, if you're going to be talking to a room full of people, you got to make sure they walk away with something good because, they're giving their time to you, and you want to make sure that it's a good exchange. So much of that was super valuable. Like I said, like in, the kind of little daily reflections, I went in there expecting I was going to do one thing. And in some ways I am still, like I said, doing that thing, but the direction it's taking, I'm so excited about because it's so much more personal, and I think it's going to be that much better to share with people, and I'm excited to share it. There may be an opportunity for me to do that really, really soon. So I kind of am really exhilarated, but then also like terrified by that, just because now it's like, okay, like you have to do the thing. At the end, we went around and we all had like a minute to summarize our experience about how we felt at the academy, and then also make some commitments to what we wanted to do post academy. And everybody's like, I'm gonna finish my keynote, I'm gonna figure out who I want to be in my seat next time, and I'm like, ditto, totally doing that too. But then I was also like, not only like how can I spread this message in this way, but how can I take that magic of being surrounded by a room full of educators of color and bring it back to my district and bring it back to the committees and different places I serve, because it was magic. It was so phenomenal. Just you could see the way people connected and the way people talked. It was just a completely different level that I'd ever seen before. And one of my commitments was to how do I put this? To raise a little hell, I guess that's the best way to say it. To make sure that I'm not the only person thinking about these things. And, hopefully I'll get to do that this year through the messages I get to spread and through the things I get to do. On this channel, I want to try and do more of that for sure. I mean, I have a platform, I might as well use it. And then I also want to try and highlight more people of color, because when I go back and I look at my Cool on the Internet, Even Cooler IRL series, none of my educator of color friends are on my own channel, and I'm like, what is wrong with me? Like, now granted, I mean, it's hard to like get people in a room to talk and like do something fun, but just thinking like being cognizant of that and being aware of that, and then even on my podcast, figuring out how can I bring in more of that perspective, because it's one of those things is if you're not constantly trying to bring it forward in a positive and a constructive way, it's really easy to just look it over. And there's so many beautiful children in our schools that are students of color or mixed race students that need advocates and need people to see them for the beautiful beings that they are. And I feel like we can't really fully do that in education if us as educators in the educator community aren't having more conversations about that and more conversations with people of color. So I'm hoping that in the aftermath of OVA, I get to do more of that, and I'm excited, and I'm still nervous, but it's a new type of nervousness, just because now it's like I've been given a gift of attending OVA, and now it's a matter of getting to pass that gift on to others, because it's not about me. Like, even though I'll be up there on a keynote stage one day, my message isn't for me. It's for all the other educators of color, and it's for all the students of color. And I'm nervous because I don't want to let them down. But the good news is I know I have a good community that will support me, and I'm thankful for that. And I can't wait for everything that's going to happen in light of all of this, and I can't wait to introduce you to all of the amazing people in my cohort. I mean, you saw some of them in the video, like, they're all phenomenal people. In the bottom of the description of this video, I'm gonna put the link to the OVA directory, so you can see all of the people that not only were in my cohort, but were in the first cohort, and then eventually people that are hopefully in the next cohort. Because if you're looking for a speaker, I can tell you, having been there and having lived it, we are very well trained, and we are very methodical about the things that we want to share. And, you know, bring us to your district, bring us to your school, bring us to your community organization. Like, we want to share with you, and we gotta get these voices out there. We got to. It's so important that we do it. And I think I'm gonna stop, because I think if I keep going, I'm gonna I'm gonna just like word vomit and maybe even cry. But yeah, nervous but excited, and can't wait for what comes next.
So here's the thing. I thought, okay, we made the video, we made the reflection, it's over. Until I got asked to do a keynote. Say what? So we're just gonna continue these OVA reflections, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start making videos about the aftermath and the process leading up to the first OVA keynote post OVA for me. So we're gonna get you're gonna get a little bit more of an inside look into how this works. And if you're in Southern California, you can come see the OVA keynote. And not only my OVA keynote, but George's OVA keynote. So 2 OVAs for the price of 1, which is gonna be amazing. I'll put the link to the description. I'll put the link in the description below. You gotta check it out. I hope to see you there, and I can't wait to share more of this journey with you.